So welcome back to another video here in Pennsylvania. It's time to do another section of the Union Canal in our series following the Union Canal. Of course, we're still working on the branch canal that came up from Union Waterworks. We're kind of off the main line canal that went east to west, from Reading to just south of Harrisburg. So let me show you the map, what we got planned today. We're still here in Swatara State Park, following a section that goes through here. So here is our map. Of course, we've come all the way through the park. Now we're all the way over here. I'm parked right here at the Slopes Valley Trailhead because we ended right up here last time. So we're gonna head across. We're on this side of the creek once again. Gonna head through here to this area here. I'm gonna look for a few remains of it right down here, but then it comes up this way to lock number 4. But I think to get to lock number 4, I've been there before, but we're gonna head back and take the rail trail up here to get to number 4, because this area down and through here is a total nightmare. Swampy and thorny and yeah, almost impassable. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna try exploring that one section first. We'll see. It's pretty nasty back there. Then I said we'll probably head up to the rail trail and get to lock 4 from that area. We've been to lock before and lock 3, although I'm not gonna head to lock 3 today. But I have some other news to share with you about this series, some other permissions that I've gotten. I got one permission came for the branch canal, but I got a permission that I requested this past summer for a section we did earlier, but we'll go back and do that section because one of the locks that we didn't get to see previously is available for us to go check out now. But I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. All right, so let's get exploring. We'll leave Naomi here in the parking lot and we'll head this way. This will take us out to the road, and we'll head up the road a little bit to where we'll start this adventure. It's gonna be thorny today, some areas. But it's a beautiful day. Might be up close to like 58 degrees today. Yeah, so just up here is where the canal came across the road. You can see the Swatara Creek right back here, which is what the canal follows in this area. We'll be heading up there in a moment, but you can kind of see the area we're heading into. See, these are all like waste piles of coal back here. They didn't do coal mining back here, but for some reason, a lot of this waste rock got dumped back here. And you'll see there's an area up here that's going to look like a total wasteland. Almost looks like a desert. So this here is not the canal. Just another feature here. So let's get up there. Alright, so in our last video, we kind of ended right up there. Right here's the road. We kind of came out those woods over there. Because I parked down that way. Naomi's down that way. But the canal roughly came across through this way here. As you can see, it's been completely obliterated through here. I'm gonna explore back here for a little bit because there's one thing I want to look for. When I was looking on the Google Maps, the terrain feature, it looked like there might be a few remnants of the towpath trail back here somewhere. So in fact, let me throw that map up for you so you can see what I'm going to try and find in this video. Well, initially. Alright, so hopefully you can see what I'm looking for there. Kind of circled it in red. We're going to head back here. Yeah, you can see how it's a mess back here. In more ways than one. I think I was back here once years ago. It's just yeah, I don't know. All this coal waste is back here. Up there, like I said, it's almost like a desert up there. Yeah, so welcome to the wastelands. Doesn't look as bad as it did years ago. It looks like they've planted this grass here now. Although it kind of grows sparsely in some areas. But yeah, this is all just waste rock from the coal mines. Not sure exactly where it came from or why they chose to dump it here. But here it is. But our canal came through this area. Maybe more off the edge here. I almost feel like you can find fossils on some of these rocks here too. Looks a little bit fossilish. All right. So there are some areas back here. Like right here's a raised element. Almost looks like the towpath trail there. The creek is actually right behind there. But this is more part of that waste rock or coal waste that was dumped here. That's not the towpath trail there. Like I said, I'm hoping to find some remnants of it up here, because I think the creek is going to kind of make a curve up. I think that's where we'll see it. We'll continue making our way through the wasteland here. As bad as it looks better than it did, like I said, years before when there was no grass growing here. Staying out of the wasteland for a bit, which is up there, but you can still kind of see at the edges here all this waste rock. Creek is just to our right over there. I found a little trail here. Of course, once again, the canal is literally under us here somewhere, buried by all this. Okay, so I think I'm in the area where I'm seeing that feature on Google Maps. Right behind me is the creek. That's looking back the way we came, but there is a raised area here coming through here. I wonder if this is the towpath trail. Kind of hard to know for sure. It's definitely raised up on both sides from the surrounding area. This is not that coal waste either, so you can see over that side it's all getting kind of watery, marshy. We're gonna keep going as long as we can. There's a nice little trail here. See, it's up this way. Maybe we can get to Lock 4 or up the rail trail from down here. We'll see. Yeah, but it's just kind of a mess back here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to get across this, but I see something interesting up there, so let's go up there. If we can make it all the way up there. To be honest, I've never explored in this area right here. I mean, in this general area I have, but not right here. It looks very towpathish up here. There's something right here. I wonder if that's the towpath. Maybe I was wrong about the other spot, I think. I believe this... Is this what I was looking for? Alright, this might have been what I was looking for. Not entirely sure. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not the creek over here. This is another body of water. It's definitely a raised element over here. Kind of a trail. So is this remnants of the canal? It just, you know, I think it is. This raised area, oh gosh, it's thorny here, continues on straight this way. It's definitely raised on either side. And you have a body of water over here. I should mention too that this whole area was kind of a basin, an area of larger water, almost like another reservoir here. Because when I showed you that image on Google Maps and on the state park map, you can see there was an area of water still here today. That's remnants of that basin of water that was here from the canal days. Alright, so I think we're going to try to keep going this way. We may regret that, but let's go for it. Yeah, so here you can see how it's raised up on either side. It drops down that way and this way, and here you have what I'm going to assume is the canal. So this really does feel like a towpath, this section here. Just not sure how far we'll be able to go this way, because we're getting water on either side now. This area is very swampy and thorny. Oh yeah, right here it kind of ends. The towpath, at least. Yeah. It just kind of drops off here. Looks like at one point in time they busted through here. I'm not getting across there either. Yeah, we're just not getting across that without getting wet, and it's just a mass of thorns. There's another break through it up there. So to get around it, I had to go through all this. So yeah, we're gonna have to head back. But up that way is the rail trail, and the canal actually heads up more towards the rail trail. So that's where I'm gonna make my way back, and we're gonna start making our way down along the rail trail to lock number 4. But here's looking back the way we came, and I have no doubt this is the towpath trail at the edge of the canal here. So we found this. One of the things I was looking for. So let's just follow this back, since we're gonna go back this way. But here's continuing to look back. You know, here's the towpath, here's the canal, and right up there, that's where the edge of that coal wasteland is. So that whole area there was just filled in. That's the way we gotta go, though. So as I'm making my way back through the wasteland here, I'll share with you some news. So I did get permission for Lock 10 here on the Branch Canal. That was a place I was thinking about just stopping in and asking them. It probably would have worked out well, but I did decide to send them a letter. They're super awesome people. They called me back and were like, you know, yeah, stop by anytime, just let us know. Still hoping to hear back about lock number 11. Those folks, but not yet. I'd like to do lock 10 and 11 together in the same video. And still waiting to hear permission for an area beyond Swatara State Park here. Looks like there's some decent remnants of the canal left, but I haven't heard from them either. So, but I did get permission for one other place, back on the main line canal, an area that we went through this past summer, past fall. So that'd be where Lock 12 West would be, back on the main line canal, right near where the Greater Lebanon Area Refuse Authority was. We had to stop. There was 3 locks on their property, if you remember those, 9, 10, and 11. We went looking for them. And I had to stop because I didn't have permission for the next place. I'm staying there on the road, looking down that way. So I think at least lock 12 is there, maybe 13. Because there's 5 locks there right in a row. But we'll see. But anyway, I did get permission from that fella, so we'll have to go back and do that someday here. And I call it the wasteland for a reason. This area here has no grass growing in it. Kind of a shame, but anyway. Making our way up towards the rail trail. Tell you what, I'm going to lose this hoodie pretty soon. It's warming up. Guess we were way down there earlier. Alright, so here is the rail trail. Talk about that in a moment, but here's one of the culverts. Take water under it. And I think someone pointed this out to me once, several times I think. It's the ones on this side, these stones. Maybe the ones on the other side here, but some of these stones to make the culvert were taken from some of the locks here along the Union Canal. Probably, lock number 3 and 4 are both up here. Not sure which ones. I don't think all of them. Like some of these don't look like lock stones. Maybe some of those down near the bottom. I think it was on the other side over here, because you could see where. Anyway, where some of the. Because I showed you some of the stones on the locks where they had those little indentations where different metal pieces were attached. So anyway, it's pretty thorny, but anyway, just a little piece of history. Because I've often mentioned, when this canal was abandoned, all that stonework that was used to make the locks, a lot of times it was, robbed out or taken to be used elsewhere. In this case, it was used to build some culverts for the railroad. Yeah, so this railbed we're walking on is one of the reasons for the demise of the canal, because transporting goods by railroad became cheaper and easier than using the canal. So what we're walking on now is one of the reasons for the failure of the canal in later years. Of course, this section of the canal was destroyed by that flood in 1862, but one reason they didn't rebuild this section was because of the railroad. What we're walking on right now. So in a little ways up here, we'll be able to gaze across the water to where we were earlier in this episode. And we'll see some other features over here that kind of look like a towpath trail, which I always thought was a towpath trail up here on this side, but it's not. But I'll talk about that later too, what possibly it could be. And we gotta figure out where Lock 4 is again. Like I said, we've been there before, but sometimes I forget. There's several trails that head down that way. We gotta pick the right one. Alright, so here's this basin of water that's still here today. And where were we earlier? Okay, over there you can kind of see that coal, that lighter brown. That's where that coal waste area is, that wastelands. So we were out there somewhere. Were we out there somewhere? I think maybe beyond, out more further. Because I see there's water on the other side there. We were past that, I believe. Oh, there looks almost like, I feel like I see the towpath down there, but anyway, I think that's something else. Alright. Yeah, I'm just trying to visualize. There's that coal waste. So we were back further than here. We were back more there somewhere. But that's because this whole area is just filled with water. We would not have been able to continue. Alright, so that's looking back where we came from. Once again, our towpath was way out there. I feel like I can see it out there. See the one birdhouse, but up here, check this out right here. I think years ago, even last winter, I was hiking through here. I thought this was a towpath trail, and it does. It looks like it's a raised area. So it's not, but I think. Remember, this was a large basin of water. There was no really necessarily a canal through here. It was all filled with water. But I think like this is the edge of the basin, right here. So maybe there was, in a sense, a towpath going all the way around the basin, up all that way, and it came up here, because here it gets obliterated by the railroad. But there's probably maybe a towpath that went all the way around the basin, because more than likely they, boats stayed in here for a while for storage or just whatever. It was just a basin of water, like a reservoir. So maybe this is the edge of it right here. So in a sense, it could be a towpath around the basin of water. Not necessarily the main towpath trail, which like I said, was back that way more. So anyway, that's my exclamation. Because I thought this looked like a canal right through here, but it's not. Because you notice, this railroad bed here is built up, so they had to get dirt from somewhere. So this probably came from both sides. That's why it looks like there's a ditch over there and over here. They had to raise this railroad bed up. But once again, I'm somewhat just kind of guessing too as to what's going on here sometimes. Like I said, there are no signs out here telling you exactly what's going on. You can definitely see that feature going all the way down through here. It's a raised feature. It does look like a towpath, but like I said, it might just been probably the towpath that went around the basin. Even though there's water on this side too. Alright, onwards to lock number 4. Which, if you remember, when we've been there in the past, there's not a whole lot left of it. It was actually filled in. They built like a road right across it. There actually used to be an airport back here. You can still kind of see the airstrip. I'll go ahead and toss a satellite image up of this area and point out where the airstrip is and where lock number 4 is. And even here you can see that feature down there. Look at the edge of there's like that raise. I think I hiked out to there once. There's a trail just down here that goes down that way. Like I said, I think that's just the towpath around the basin. So maybe it was, maybe they towed the canal boats on either side. It continues all the way down. I don't know, if you know better, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Alright, so up ahead is where I believe the trail down to Lock 4 is. You see kind of a split here. Not sure what's going on here, but that's the rail trail going through there, but a lot of people come out around this way. Looks like there used to be something here. But there's a trail down here. I'm pretty sure that's where Lock 4 is. And this, I think this is the road that took you down to the airport back in the day. Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah, so Lock 4 will be down here. Just a little ways. Actually, I think it's right here. Yeah, right here's the canal. Am I right? Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Sorry, I'm just trying to jog my memory. Yeah, here it is. Here's the canal. You can see some of the stonework right there, a little bit of what's left in the shade there. There's some over here. Right there, it's Lock 4. Yeah, so the canal would come right through here. Here's where it goes back, up there's where that base of the water is, and here's where it comes back to being just the canal. I feel like exploring back here just a little bit. Alright, so making my way back. Ouch, the horn's making my way back here a little bit. Oh, here's some more. What are these? Some pipe. These stones look like they're from the lock. They were ripped away for some reason. Yeah, these look like lock stones. I'm not sure what they're doing up here because our lock is just right in there. See, there's the towpath trail on that side. You see it kind of gets obliterated. And here it is on this side, which, like I said, is almost like a towpath trail too. It could also be just a feature to help keep the water in this side too. It kind of goes down this way. So I'm not going to continue anymore down that way. I just want to see, I do see indeed a raised area over there, so the towpath is over there as well. I'm thinking that was the main towpath, because usually the towpath was between the canal and the Sotara Creek is that way. Usually the towpath is between the two. Alright. Once again, here's Lock 4. You see some of the stonework down here. We'll try to get to the other side, get a better look at it. The other, you can see the road coming down to the airport was built right over the lock. So they filled it in to build the road, which is kind of a shame. Not just getting stuck everywhere here. But I guess that's the way it was. You know, at that time, no one was doing anything to protect the canal or its remnants. So people did what they wanted. Let's see if we can get a better shot of it over here. Better stonework, maybe. Okay, on this side it's just completely gone. Here's the canal. I don't see any stonework. I see the pipe that comes out. I guess there is some stonework. Not sure if that's from the canal or not, or the lock. Looks like the lock continued up this way. And there's some stonework up here. I'm not sure. That might be some right there. A lot of trash down here too. Old enamel pots and stuff. But yeah, here's lock number 4 going in through here. And the canal would have continued on this way. But I see something else interesting up here. Through all the thorns and everything. These are nasty thorns. There's some pipes up here. Old culverts or something. Actually, here's some, I think down here some stones from the lock too. Especially that one right there has that look to it. It's our towpath to go on this way. But yeah, there's more stonework up there too, so we gotta see what's going on over there. Once again, back here's looking back. Alright, let's get over there if we can. Might have to turn you off. There's a mess right here. Oh. Okay. Not sure if they if they actually go somewhere, or if they're just thrown down here. If they came from somewhere else. See here in a moment. Yeah, that one doesn't look like it. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's a bunch of daffodils. See those green things popping up? I get the idea these are just tossed down here. So wait, yeah, that one's just broken off. So someone is just dumping trash down here. That's what this whole raised area is, and just like fill, they're dumping stuff down here. So that's not the towpath right there. That's just people dumping stuff like this down here, because you see a whole bunch of kinds of concrete block and stuff. All right, now I gotta get out of here. So I was really hoping that would be something more interesting, but it's not. Anyway, but you gotta check it out. All right, I'm gonna try and get some better shots of the other side where there actually is some stonework, but all of it's so horribly overgrown there. We'll do what we can. Yeah, even over here you can see how there's bunches, piles of concrete and stuff, and there's an old foundation. Not terribly old. There was something here at one point. All right, let's see if we can get some better views of that stonework. I'd like to get some nice picture for the thumbnail for this video. Not sure how it's gonna work out with all these thorns though. Yeah, so right here, the stonework on either side, so it's kind of nice. Well, here we go. What's left of lock number 4? All right, so let me go ahead and take you down there. Of course, we've already drawn blood today. Anyway, that's the way it is. A little too bad getting down here. Get a closer look at the stonework. Yeah, so here you can see what's left here. Some of the nice stonework. And over there, too. Big, huge stone laying down there. Yeah, it's a shame. But at least there's something left of it down here. But that'll be it then for this video, folks. And we found what's left of lock 4. And in the next video, we're going to continue on to where lock number 3 is. And then beyond, we'll finish the sections in Swatara State Park. And I think last winter I explored this section a bit more. It's very thorny and overgrown back there, but we'll do what we can. Lock 3 is in a lot better condition than lock 4 is. Not as good as what lock 5 was, but lock 3 is still something worth seeing. Anyway, so that'll be for next time, but I think I'm gonna do some more exploring here in the park. I think the next video is I'm gonna start a new series, but we'll talk about that in the next video. Anyway, folks, as always, thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.